Alycia Debnam-Carey is one of the most formidable forces in Aussie acting, a title she's earned by never shying away from a role that needs blood, sweat and tears.
She's the girl from Sydney who began her career in a short film. But it was on the sci-fi series The 100 where Alycia Debnam-Carey really took charge.
I'm not considering it. I'm doing it.
Lexa quickly became a series regular and a fan favourite, and the big roles kept on coming. She earned critical acclaim as her namesake Alice Clare in Fear the Walking Dead.
Things don't get better. And they're not going to. They're only going to get worse. Though we're not around to see how bad they can get.
But it wasn't long until she returned home, taking a role on the Lost Flowers of Alice Hart, going toe-to-toe with acting legend Sigourney Weaver.
I have a brother.
You have a wonderful brother. And I'm so sorry I kept you apart.
And her latest project is described as a Saltburn-style thriller.
Wow. Yeah. Trippy.
Love it. We're thrilled to say Alycia joins us now from LA. G'day, mate. How are you?
Hi.
How are you doing? Hey, listen, we're going to start with, like, the two of the biggest dystopian shows on TV, The 100 and Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, there's a lot of nerds out there that must ask you to do Comic-Con every year. You could probably do Comic-Cons all around the world for the rest of your life.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I did Comic-Con for about 6 years straight on my birthday every year. So it was like... Wow. Every year it was just like a full party with thousands of people. I mean, it was kind of unreal. It's such an amazing experience.
Well, it's no wonder they love you, because both of those characters were hardcore. So Lexa was the leader of the Grounders. Claire sawed her own arm off to survive a zombie bite.
As you do.
How do you prepare for a role like that?
I know. A very unique situation. Honestly, they make it so easy by building out these incredible sets. You know, when we were working for Fear the Walking Dead, it was out in the middle of nowhere, but they're also turning cars upside down, lighting things on fire. I mean, the scale of a production like that, it truly is like Hollywood at its finest, you know what I mean? So it feels so immersive that it kind of is, I mean, you're just in it. And you know what? They make you also just like, you're running, you're sweating, you're already in the mud and covered in blood. So it just, you're really feeling it by that point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Your next film, which is called It's What's Inside, is out today. It's got some pretty spooky themes there. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm so excited for this film. It's a sci-fi comedy that is unlike anything you really have seen. It's about 8 friends who are showing up for their friends, like getting married the next day, and one of their estranged friends brings a mysterious suitcase. And what ensues is complete chaos. It is such a fun film. We shot it in 18 days. It was like a little indie that suddenly got, you know, bought at Sundance for $17 million by Netflix.
Wow. And
now it's kind of on this amazing trajectory of you know, getting to be seen by all these people, and so I'm just so excited for it.
It's so cool. And, you know, you've got so much work going on everywhere. Of course, back home, we saw you in Alice Hart, such a great local production, alongside so many other big Aussie names as well. How do you enjoy slipping back into the Aussie accent? Is that a bit of a treat for you these days?
Honestly, it really is. I felt just so, like, lucky and happy to be able to go home and shoot such a special project. You know, it was so nice to finally be in my accent. I've been out here, you know, working for kind of 10 years. And so to be able to go back and be in the environment of Australia and be in, you know, Uluru and Alice Springs and just with all the incredible Australian powerhouses, you know, it was just amazing. So I loved every minute of it.
I mean, I know you've been there for 10 years. The accent's still pretty good, mate. It's not gone
anywhere. I was going to say, it's still there.
Yeah, you still got it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk about this next show that you're doing here too, which is another Aussie, you know, accent show. But this is centred on fraudster Belle Gibson. Now, this is going to be really interesting. A case that everyone here has followed and known about for a long time. What can you tell us about this?
It's a very exciting project. It's a 6-episode series that will be on Netflix that is kind of the rise and fall of the wellness influencer, including Belle Gibson, and sort of seeing it through the lens of, you know, where she came from and kind of what ended up happening. But it's this really punchy, gutsy, funny, but very dark look into that kind of unique world of health, wellness, and the influencer culture around it. It's really cool. I'm excited for people to see that one.
Well, we can't wait to see it. Congrats, you've got so much going on. It's lovely to chat to you, Alycia. Thanks for giving us some time today.
No, thank you so much.
Our
See
pleasure.
You, mate. Good to see you.
And you can watch Alicia's new film, It's What's Inside, which lands on Netflix tonight.